Mark, thank you, man. Thanks for coming on, of course.
Right, thanks for the invite.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff, man. So I think firstly we're gonna talk about your Ibanez just turned 40. Like, what the hell, man? What's going on?
What can I say? It's
Yeah,
like the older I get, the older it gets.
yeah.
And I bought that back in 1995 of a guy called Quinn. He was playing in a cover band.
Mm,
And as soon as I saw the shape, it's a bit like that Dean you got there, obviously, right? Very
hmm.
similar, except the Dean's got the bit of the shark fin cut out the end there,
Yeah,
and that headstock that you just want to put up against someone's thing like this, right?
yeah,
Every
yeah,
time they
for
start
sure, man.
playing an Ed Sheeran song, it's like put that Dean headstock in their throat.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
my guitar, yeah, it's like this is really corny and cheesy. It's like my best friend,
yeah, man.
an inanimate object can be, right? And playing it for 30 years and done so many different shows with it, played in so many bands with it. You know, we did one of those Western Front Awards, maybe 2005, maybe 2004. And I played in 3 bands that night. This is at Capitol.
Mm,
Played Psychonaut, Voyager, and then Fura. 3 different tunings, 3 different styles of metal,
mm.
and the same set of strings, and the guitar was reliable. Like your dog in the background there, like a
Mm.
reliable friend, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Except mine's not going to crap everywhere in the room here, you know. Just shutting that door.
Yeah, well, good, man.
And the thing is, yeah, it's easy to say like Joe Bonamassa or Malmsteen, where oh, you've got 1,000 guitars. That's all good, but you only ever come back to 1 or 2, you know.
Yeah.
And I assume that Dean you got there, you probably play that a lot. Or what do you got there? Acoustic and something else?
Yeah, yeah. I got my demo acoustic and my Jackson Flying V. Yeah, but they all get played a lot. Yeah, yeah.
And you know, we have to realize that these things are like tools. We're like
Mm,
heavy metal tradesmen,
mm,
and you know, this is our drill, our hammer,
mm.
a shovel, a pickaxe, all that type of stuff. So, um, it's what I was going to do. I was going to get Perry Ormsby to give it a bit of a 40-year-old facelift,
Mm-hmm.
and so we're working on that. You know, but it's got dings in it. It's got here. Let me go and get it.
Yeah, yeah. Sick, man. Yeah.
Go down to the basement over here.
Yeah.
This is how big the case is, like a damn coffin.
Yeah, yeah. Hell yeah, man.
And if you
Yeah.
look closely, you can see you in there. How
Yeah,
cool is
yeah,
that?
yeah, yellow.
Been
Yeah,
immortalized. But yeah,
nice.
little things like this gouge here.
Yeah, yeah.
Full on. You know, I think a lot of guitarists would panic and hyperventilate into a brown paper bag, but that needs more of this is, you know, it's like Keith Richards. It wouldn't be the same if we went out a full facelift, you know.
Yeah, man.
And on the
Yeah.
back there, like this is chewed up and hacked through so many of my black shirts. Endless hours in rehearsal rooms, you know,
Mm,
down this area, it looks like moth holes. It's all
yeah.
that buckle wraps and all the other stuff they call it. And I'll give you one last look here.
Yeah,
This is
man.
a
Yeah.
proud dad showing off his proud son. This part here
Yeah.
is all chewed off and smoothed off because just from constant,
Mm,
it's malformed.
yeah, man.
But yeah, this is from August 1985. Pretty
Mm,
good, eh?
yeah, man. Yeah. It is.
And it never stays 100. Let's put it in here so it feels like it's part of the conversation.
Yeah, yeah. Good.
And,
Absolutely. Yeah, bring it in. It's good.
it never quite stays in tune 100%. You know, the intonation's always a little bit hit and miss.
Mm,
But it's got character and personality, and
yeah, man.
you know, I guess it comes down to one of those tricky situations. If your house is on fire, what are you going to save first? You
Mm,
know,
yeah, yeah.
the
Exactly.
original copy of the Holy Bible or that thing.
Yeah. Come on.
You know?
I've got to ask the big chip out of the front. That must be memorable. What happened there? Like that's a pretty big chip out of
So memorable that I can't remember how it happened.
there.
Seriously, I just opened the case one day; it was in there. So I don't know if
Yeah.
termites or I probably had something rattling around in the case there, and it's a big gouge.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit. Hey.
It's a jealous ex-girlfriend. You just never know.
Hey. Yeah.
It's it's important that you have the right tool for the job. And again, when we do Sabotage, which is the Black Sabbath thing,
Yeah,
Psychonaut,
yeah,
also Black Sabbath covers band.
yeah, man.
I use this thing over here, which is an old Epiphone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Giving away the secrets now. I've made the headstock. There's 2 points on there,
That's sick.
and
Yeah.
the fake inlays.
Nice. Yeah.
I was actually gonna, if you're in a tribute band, which I don't like to think of us as a tribute band, we've been doing it since 2008, and Black Sabbath cover band, really. And you'd think, I was gonna try and teach myself how to play left-handed, right? And I started for a couple of weeks. And I thought, you know what, this is too hard.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So this is 2 main guitars I really use.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Nice.
Cheap stuff. Like that Ibanez Destroyer, I got that for $650.
Yeah.
And when it came out, I think it was, I've got an old Guitar Player magazine. I think it was like 3,200 US, which is full on. And Mantis from Venom, I got a photo of him with that. It's when Venom Inc. played Perth all those years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Excited. He goes, "Oh, fuck me, I haven't seen a fucking guitar like that for fucking years." And it's actually bigger than him. Yeah, that's what they call the Phil Collin model. But I think it's better to say it's the Mantis model.
Yeah. That's good. Hey, if it feels right, like you do something with it, it's good, man. It's cool.
That's it. And it's over the years, it's like a car. If you've got a special car, like a muscle car, it becomes part of you and your personality and your character and your costume. And it's just one of those things that's hopefully will be there forever. Well, probably will be long after I'm gone.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Let's put it in the grave with the incinerator with myself.
Well, talking cars, do you have like a car like that? Are you kind of connect the cars like you are to your guitars?
Years ago, when I was 19 or 20, I bought a HG Kingswood, a green one, of an ex-cop, ex-police man. And my dad found it and I went and paid for it. And it was just beautiful British racing green, white roof, old man louvers at the back. And then when I started playing in this cover band in 94, all my gear would fit in there, like my Marshall box, the head in the boot and a case. And then when I was using, say, this guitar, for example, because the case is so big, it's the same width as the seat, the back seat of the Kingswood. So I used to take the bottom part of the back seat out, put the guitar case down there and just put a black blanket over it. And then I could go back in after playing 3 hours at, say, Arcadia, put all my gear in the car. No one would even know. So if someone was looking in there, and you can get into the car with a 5-cent coin because I busted the key off. You could look in there and think, there's no gear in here, but yet a couple of $1,000s worth of gear. But when it comes to cars, after that one, I had a red and white HK. So I had old things like that. And somewhere along the line, I think I had to grow up and get an adult car. And so I don't have those cars anymore. And I try not to think about it. And thanks for bringing it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Women and men out there for years have always pined over that car that they once had. And it's best not to think about it.
Yeah.
Driving nuts.
But
no, I just drive a 4-wheel drive now.
Oh yeah, there you go. Beautiful.
Something that'll start and it doesn't need like 20 minutes to warm up.
Yeah, I guess that's a bonus. Yeah. You're good.
What are you driving?
Oh, I'm in the little tiny, cheap, fuel efficient piece of shit. Like it's functional.
right.
It's nothing.
Yeah, sure.
Nothing worth mentioning. You know what I mean? But, yeah, it's fine.
As long as you can get your gear to a rehearsal way.
Exactly, man. Yeah, that's it.
Because being in bands, you come across people every now and then who come across someone recently. It's, let's have a jam. Yeah, cool, Norris. And can you pick me up? I haven't got a car and I lost my license. Like, what? I'm not 7 years old.
Yeah, shit. Yeah. That is a problem. Absolutely, man.
Get a car and stick with it.
Yeah, too
But you
right,
need
man.
a vehicle that to haul all this heavy stuff around. And
Yeah.
because I'm still using a 5150 amp and a Marshall cab
Mm,
and
mm,
big effect stuff, and yeah,
mm.
it'd be so convenient. Just I know we're segueing into all sorts of things.
No,
But yeah,
let's do it.
to
It's
rock
good.
up with
Yeah,
a little amp modeler, and I've got one of those.
yeah.
Um, it looks so small in the back of my car compared to all this other stuff.
Of course. Yeah.
And if you're playing heavy music, you might as well use heavy gear.
Well, yeah. Hey, that's it. I mean, it's a different sound. Like I've got the small version. That's my thing. But like, it doesn't sound the same. Like it's not the same. But, you know.
I think with that situation, it's like an old car where
Mm,
my cars weren't V8 speed. One of them only had 2 gears,
mm,
power glide, and it was a 6 cylinder, but you could still feel it rumble down the highway.
mm, mhm,
Tape deck playing, you know, maybe and Born Again Black Sabbath tape. This is one of my earliest memories being in that car,
mhm.
tearing down the Mitchell Freeway. And same with the gear, you know, real amps on stage, you can feel it, not just hear it. And
Yeah,
that's not
man.
to disrespect anyone who uses
Oh, hey,
any
yeah.
digital gear.
Mm,
Go for
mm,
it.
mm. Yeah,
Just preference.
yeah. And it's different.
Yeah.
It's different. Right? And I saw like you're playing with King Zog now. Yeah. How'd that come about? Like that's cool.
I'm actually really excited about that. That
Yeah,
came
yeah.
about because Dan Jurek just messaged me out of the blue.
Mm,
And anytime someone from another band says, "Hey, you got a few minutes to talk," you already know what they're going to ask you.
yeah, yeah,
And I made him sweat for a few hours. I said, "Yeah, I'll call you later."
man.
As I was driving somewhere in the country, he just said, "Look, they're looking for a guitarist," and he and we always get on. We've never been close pally over the years, but we've done this,
Yeah, yeah.
intersected a few times, and I've known Marty on bass, you know, on and off for years through different bands and things.
Yeah.
And obviously, those guys are in the other Black Sabbath covers band in Perth, the Sorcerers.
Mhm.
So there's that common line right there. And I had to take a while to think about it because, again, the older you get, it's you can't really take on too much.
Yeah.
It's not that
Yeah.
my brain won't handle it; it's just the geography of where I live.
Mm.
And so I had a really long think about it. Thought, you know what, I can actually play these songs easy enough, and I enjoy it, and I understand Dan's songwriting. Yeah, I get it, you know, and
Cool.
I can hear all sorts of influences in there. Saint Vitus, obviously Black Sabbath,
Mm.
Shades of Cathedral, and this is not to put them, you know, in any of these other
Oh
camps,
no.
but
No, I can hear all that. It's
the
good.
Sword,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, and I
Mm,
don't think King Zog's the typical stoner doom band.
mm.
First of all, there's four of them, and they're not just two of them, you know,
Sure.
and
Yeah.
there's a whole scene out there where it's just a slow stuff and it's like 25 beats per minute or something like that, you know.
Mm, mm.
And like King Zog's good. I like the lyrical content as well.
Mhm.
It's not just singing about ethereal things that don't really, you know, fantastical Dio-ish type lyrics.
Mm.
You know, Dan's got this nice subject matter. There's one song there that I really like called Man-Sized Rotisserie. And from the lyrics, I assume it's just everyone gets shipped off to an island like they're going to a big barbecue, you know, but it's actually you at the barbecue. Kind
Yeah,
of cool.
that's cool. Yeah.
I think it's got something to do with maybe those early 80s films, something zombie, something like that. But yeah, we've had one major rehearsal. I'm doing another one this weekend.
Yeah, cool.
I'm really looking forward to it. And it's good to be in a band where I don't have to organize anything. I just have to organize myself.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah. Mm.
Because with Psychonaut, you know, I've got to do the emails, I've got to do promotion,
Mhm.
organize rehearsals, do stuff. And yeah, you spend more time in front of a computer than you do in front of an amp
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you got to promote shit that you should be doing on.
Yeah.
It's just a vicious cycle. So being in this band is really good.
Mm.
And and they're good dudes. We had a photo shoot a couple of weekends ago, and yeah,
Yeah.
the only poser in there was probably me.
Nice, yeah.
for a change.
That's good. It's funny you say Saint Vitus because that's like, and then not that they sound the same as Saint Vitus, but that was very much
Yeah, sure.
that was a plus for me. I was like, oh fuck yeah, like I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
this. This is good, you know. Like, yeah, it's good stuff,
Well,
man.
Saint Vitus, I bought one of their albums. What was it called? COD. What's it
Yeah,
stand
man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Children of Doom, of course, man.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
I
yeah,
hope you can't think of
yeah.
that. And even Trouble. I love bands like Trouble.
Mm.
It's what's that album? Songs with the Tempter. They do a Cream cover on one of their albums as well.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Trouble is like a cross between. This sounds blasphemous, but it's not. Cross between Black Sabbath if you had like an Axl Rose type singer.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. All right.
Rest in peace, Eric Wagner. I'm looking forward to, and the Electric Eye Festival's coming up on
Yeah,
the
yeah, man.
4th of
Yes, that's
October.
right. 4th of October. We'll be here before we know it, man. It's crazy.
I'm pretending to look at my calendar, which doesn't exist. And Psychonaut's playing before King Zog,
Mm,
which is cool. So no rushing around. Quick, gotta get my gear on there. All I do is probably just go up and change into a different colored shirt.
nice. And
Watch the other guys stress out trying to mess around with leads and amps.
yeah. Well, so talking about double booking, I guess I've got to ask this. Like, so the 6th of December, right? You guys are playing with for the Enforced show, right? And but then also there's like a big Sabbath thing you guys are playing. Is that the same night? Is that what I saw?
Yes. I think it's as soon as I'll go from the start real quick.
Okay, no worries. Yeah.
When Enforced said they were going to do like a 20th anniversary of one of their albums,
Mm.
it was 25. I think it's 20. And Maximum Perversion were attached to it. I thought this is cool. This is like the old Castle days or
Oh yeah.
White
Yeah.
Sands because
Yeah.
Enforced. Our three bands more or less started around the same year,
Yeah.
96, 97.
Mhm.
Bethlehem as well, throw them into the same trough.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
And so I said to Guy, oh yeah, this is my birthday. That'd be really cool. Not that it matters about the birthday, but just sort of you could catch up and, you know, play another old school Perth metal show. Like those countless ones we all used to do years ago. Anyway, then this Black Sabbath thing cropped up. Sorry, I should say that again. Ozzy Osbourne passed away.
Yeah.
And then I always said to Dan over the years, Dan from King Zog, look, as soon as one of the members of Black Sabbath dies, this is when we should start doing shows, right?
Yeah.
And it's strictly, it's not a money-making operation. It's always a celebration thing, right? And he went off and found some dates and with the promoter, and the only one they could get was 6th of December. Anyway, I looked at my diary. I haven't got anything on 6th of December. Perfect. Excellent. This will be good. And Randy Rhodes' birthday is the same day.
Hey.
Ozzy Osbourne's the 3rd, a couple of days before. My mum's on the 4th, so don't forget that one. And then Guy Bell, once it's announced, Guy Bell from Enforce messaged me. He goes, oh, hey, bud, how are you going to get from one to the other? It's like, oh, shit, I've done it again. Yeah. The last time I double booked years ago, probably a hornography show or something like that, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
And then, so I had to come for a compromise to play first for Enforced, which is fair enough because, you know, we're the last band to be included on that show, and then play last at the Sabbath thing. So I'll go there and scream my lungs out for 45 minutes, race to the Charles with my other two guys, Simon and Seb, go there in our Commodore limousine, and then jump on stage and do maybe 70 minutes of Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne. And they're going to have that night in particular, we're going to have a couple of guest guitarists. One will be Grant Tutchell. Incredible. And I always say he's a good young musician. He is, because he's way younger than me, and he's gooder than me. And he's going to be doing all the Jakey Lee, the Randy Rhodes.
Yeah, nice.
Stuff that I find impossible because I've got Iommi brain.
Yeah, sure.
These guys, the way they can do fluid, flashy stuff.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of effort to sit there and work out solos note for note, and when these guys can already play it. And the other guest guitarist will be a surprise until the night.
Yeah, nice. Cool. There you go.
It's not Jakey Lee.
Hey,
Maybe it is. We don't know.
hey.
We'll have to come and have a look,
Yeah, cool.
even though we haven't been emailing. No, I'm only kidding.
No.
Let the rumors fly.
Yeah, hey.
But it's going to be a good big night because I think there's like a Lamb of God, Pantera, Megadeth, something like that happening beforehand.
Yeah,
It's a bit of a nod to back to the beginning show and an Ozfest show or something like that. And it's just going to be mayhem. And the Sorcerers will play just before us, and probably get a couple of those guys up here and there.
Yeah, cool.
I've got the loosely in my head set list here somewhere, but it took me 2 hours to find it. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, good man. Actually, if you don't mind, like obviously Aussie passed pretty recently. Like, do you got any thoughts? You know, anything you want to say? Like, it's obviously a big deal. You know.
Well, are we allowed to swear in this program?
Of course, it's YouTube. It's fucking
First,
fine.
I'd like to my preamble will be fuck off Roger Waters.
Yeah, that's a weird one, eh? What the hell is he? Just fucking shut up, dude. Jesus.
You know, some people just want to just crap in their own mouths, just to stay relevant.
Yeah, it's embarrassing, man.
And I think with Aussie, because I watched that show live as it was kind of happening.
Yeah.
More or less somehow. And yeah, I felt frustrated for him, for Ozzy Osbourne, because he just wanted to get out of the chair one last time and walk over there and put his mic on the ear, grab the mic straight off, teeter over there, hobble over there, go back over this way. Because when you see him on those videos, it's like he just there's no method to how he moves on stage, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. But to be confined to a chair, and then to read about it the next day or whatever as time goes on, that he stopped taking any pain medication just to get through the show. Holy shit, that's full on.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know, and all these things are expected. And my take on it is, especially with all these aging's a terrible word, but the ancient musicians, right?
Yeah.
Precursors to everything we've done in our lives. They're like family members that we know so much about, but yet they don't know anything about us.
Sure.
And when one of them passes away, you know, it's like Van Halen, or for another generation, John Lennon, for example, Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
Who didn't really pass away. He was passed away by someone else, I think. Anyway, her, Courtney Love. My manager's telling me, stop talking about Courtney Love. I was to say, with Ozzy Osbourne, and especially Tony Iommi, he's like my favorite guitarist. And I dread that day because it's like an uncle.
Yeah.
Who has been there. And you know, you probably agree with this. If we didn't discover these bands when we were younger, we wouldn't be the people we are today.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
There's so many things that, you know, attracted us to heavy music, whether your parents going through a divorce, or you're an angry teenager, or you just hate hearing Madonna and Culture Club on the radio all those years ago. You think, I need something else, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a weird thing. But what happens is, it's always a shock, like Lemmy as well. It's a shock that they pass away. But look, the way they lived, you know, it's written in their lyrics. There's no bullshitting about it, right?
Yeah.
Anybody today can put together a doom band or a power metal band or something like that and sing about, you know, fantastical things. And, you know, you can be a mini Rhapsody or whatever, Iron Maiden, or if you're death metal band, sing about murder and killing. I'm being general here. I don't mean that any other way, but sorry, in that such a simple way. But unless you've lived that lifestyle, you know, this is why Lemmy and Ozzy Osbourne are unique, because they wrote what they lived about, you know. Let me get my English properly. They sang about and they wrote about how their life was and their experiences. Yeah, they sang about war and all sorts of stuff, things they probably haven't experienced, right? But, that's no bullshitting. But if you get a 20-year-old musician who's still at home in a home studio, and no offense to anyone who is in that age bracket and doing that right this minute, and you're trying to sing about something you haven't even lived, like partying or life on the road or something like that,
Sure.
it's a bit of a dress-up party, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And this is why in Psychonaut, I've only ever really written about shallow stuff, pulpy things like horror comics, horror films, science fiction. There's nothing about my emotions or feelings in there, or there's nothing, I don't write anything about society or political stuff. And it's just a comic book. It's like Misfits mentality, really.
Sure, sure.
The songs write themselves, because if you've already got the subject matter from an old black and white film, it's easy.
Yeah, man. You know? Yeah.
Just people like Ozzy Osbourne, they leave behind so much legacy, or whatever you want to call it. And there's going to be people in 3,000 years listening to Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And it's just, they have a lasting effect on their lives, despite how they lived, or, you know, who he was married to.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Who they shafted along the way, whose original bass and drums tracks that they took off the couple of first albums, so that way they didn't have to pay those guys royalties anymore. Yeah, it's nasty business, but you know, those people were always there for us. And that sounds terrible, but Ozzy Osbourne and people like that, when you're in moments of especially when you're a teenager, when you're going through some shit in your 20s, and there's a song you can relate to, and you know, it's there to help you through your life.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
that makes
it's
sense.
important, man. Yeah, of course, absolutely, man. I think
sound as intelligent and authoritative as I can. But
yeah. No, I think it absolutely makes sense, of course. Yeah, that's good. All right, I've got a Psychonaut. Like, when are we getting another album, man? Like, what's going on? Like,
you ask you all these hard questions tonight, Ben. We're doing it. Basically, I guess it's about procrastination. You know, I've already put together like 10 killer songs, and we've got probably 3 or 4 and that are ready to be kind of mixed. I'm just tidying things up.
Yeah, cool.
And if this was a career and I was full-time at it, I'd be cranking out heaps of stuff, because I've got a ton of shitload of ideas, you know, demos and all sorts of things. But when you've got to mow your own lawn, you still got to work. And I teach music, you know, and I got quite a lot of students and things like that. And life happens to you, and it's a cliche. And when I was 27, 28, you know, starting to play original music, it's like, yeah, this is all I want to do, you know. No one's going to tell me what to do, man, type shit, you know. Got to keep rocking forever. And then what happens is time goes on, and I'm not going to make any excuses, but you get married and you do things. But I'm still that 27, or if not that 17-year-old, is still stuck in my head. You know, I'm always going to be a metalhead and always going to be playing guitar and doing something with heavy metal music.
Yeah, man.
And I'm ashamed of that. It's not a phase that I grew out of. And to come back to the question, yeah, even before I was doing some guitars as well, you know. But I want to take my time with it.
Yeah.
And if I had a label like the old days where they're on your case about it, look, it's been 6 months since your last album, we need another one. You know, bands like Kiss, when they're doing 2 albums a year and that type of thing, you got the luxury of doing it.
Yeah.
But when you got to do day-to-day lifestyle stuff, and trying to block out that 5 or 6 hours, so right, all I'm going to do is concentrate on this song. I'm just going to do these lyrics. Having a home studio is great. You know what it's like there.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
No pressure. As long as your neighbors are half deaf, you're fine. That's it. You know? Or when you're trying to do a take and a big truck or train goes rolling past, you know, leave it in.
Yeah, that's it, man. Yeah.
The way we've been doing it is because we've rehearsed the songs a lot, and then Seb's done his drum tracks, send them over. I do a couple of guitars, and we're doing it, you know. And I know, you know, previous bands, I mean, they've been cranking stuff out a lot. That's good.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah.
I think I'm just, every time someone asks me about that, it's like another kick in the ass to keep doing it.
Ah, oh, well, good. There you go.
Even when my
Yeah.
cat meows at me like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm sure he's telling me, get that fucking album finished.
Yeah, man, yeah. Very
You
good.
know?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, talking Kiss. So what do you think of later Kiss? Like that, I reckon that Monster album is pretty killer. Like it's good, it's good stuff. But then when I saw him play it, Paul Stanley's fucking apologizing for playing a song from the new album. I'm like, what the hell is this, man? Just play the fucking thing. Like, I don't know. Like, what are your thoughts on later thing? Because I imagine that's probably it, right? Like, we're not gonna get another album,
Let me just talk to my lawyer for a sec. Can I answer this question?
yeah.
I don't want to end up like King Diamond.
Yeah.
Oh, Kiss, again, being a teenager of the 80s,
Mm.
Kiss in the 80s to me was, the ultimate band.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then when you get to, I'm talking obviously 70s Kiss. It's like the prototype heavy metal band around 1977. Bombs, black leather, studs.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, I can't say anything. I can't add to what's already been said about Kiss over the years. But then in the 80s, when it was right into 80s Kiss, Lick It Up, Animalize, killer album. So good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Animalize, almost like a speed metal sort of version of Kiss. I really wish they stayed like that, because then the next album, it's like, let's dress like our grandmothers or the Golden Girls. That's what they look like on a Kiss Asylum.
Yeah.
Good songs. But even Ozzy Osbourne went through that ultimate sin. You look at some of the photos or the video footage, just like, what? It's a glitzy, glammy, lipstick, makeup, Motley Crue on the back album, back cover of Theater of Pain. Delete it, like Lars's dad said. Delete that. Delete it.
Yeah.
But even with I think. But then when Kiss did the reunion stuff, I thought this is really cool. They're in kind of good shape, and then they were probably in their 40s, and they know that they're gonna make plenty of shekels, right? And then time goes on, they keep touring, they're beating a dead horse. It's like, hold on, this is the time to stop right now. Then go off and do whatever you want to do. Have a good, leave a nice legacy like Led Zeppelin did. John Bonham dies, done.
Yeah.
Finish. And some other bands, I can't remember who have done that as well. It's like, our brother's fallen. What's the point of getting another John Bonham in there who's going to wear the same hat? And let's give him a stick-on beard, like Tommy Thayer or Eric Singer. And it's like, it's a kick in the nuts to old school Kiss fans.
Yeah.
I think you can go on YouTube, type in anything about Kiss, and you'll find someone in my age bracket, and it'll be some English guy who's just complaining about Kiss, and they should have done this and done this, and it's like, yeah, mate. If Kiss listened to what the fans wanted, they'd be in a worse state, right?
Yeah.
And I think Kiss should have really finished farewell tour. If it says farewell, fair fucking well. Stop.
Yeah.
And then the Monster album, I actually like that compared to the one before, Sonic Boom.
Yeah.
Sonic Boom just reeked of retro ideas, and Tommy Thayer, who's, listen, I've been in the Kiss tribute band in the mid-90s for a couple of years. This is before the tribute band craze or mania that we're in at the moment, right? There's tribute bands to tribute bands out there, and being all dressed up back then is really good fun. Smoke, bombs. I still got the guitar shoot that shot out rockets, and because I did the Ace Frehley part, obviously.
Yeah.
But if you're going to go serious into a band like Kiss and try and recreate something that was special and to hardcore Kiss fans, it's a bit cheap and nasty. And you should have just, like they did with Vinnie Vincent, Eric Carr, new makeup, new characters, and just write more songs about screwing and partying and things like that, instead of, I think the Gene Simmons songs on that album are really good. But then they did another one after that, did they?
After Monster, no, that's it. I think I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. No.
But I think, when I saw Kiss do that, it was on December the 2nd or whatever, a couple of years ago when they did their final show.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch it because for the last few years they've been lip syncing. Right, the evidence is on YouTube. Again, you get these guys they dissect everything, and they'll play 5 or 6 videos shot from different nights, obviously, different camera, people's mobile phones, sync them all up, and you can hear he sings the same line every night, the same way. And then yet when Paul Stanley's singing between songs, he's croaking like, you know, the Godfather, Marlon Brando.
Yeah.
And it's just fraudulent. So rest in peace, please, forever.
Yeah, they're done. Yeah.
But Kiss is not the only older bands, like legacy bands, I guess they're called now.
Yeah.
Been accused of stuff, you know, even Scorpions, I guess. Wasp, you know, they've been busted a few times. And I guess if you have to resort to that stuff, and years ago, you know, on a ticket it said, it used to say no photography, no video, very strict rules, right?
Yeah.
Got a heap of old tickets there, it says it on there. But now it should say, hey, we're going to be miming this, even though you're going to be filming and you're allowed to film. We're going to be miming the stuff. So that $465 you spent on an Eagles ticket to watch the Eagles, the music band,
it's mental.
It's a rot. And fair enough. I guess there's a lot of bands that go on tour now, younger bands, and they have to, there's some debacle a couple of years ago, some band with their laptop, they couldn't tour because their laptop broke or
shit,
beer on it or something like that.
Yeah, wow.
Dream Theater, I don't know, something like that.
Okay, yeah.
So the more you can do this stuff for real, and you know, eventually there's going to be there will become a time in my life when I'm not going to go up there, be able to go up there, scream and yell and look at Lemmy, right? That last show, where he looked terrible, poor guy.
He's got his eyes closed, man. Like it's awful. See, like it still sounds right, but it's just something's off.
But it's still him.
Yeah.
Him croaking along, even though he's singing the lyrics.
The
riff song.
Yeah.
I'd rather that.
Than
pre-recorded Katy Perry style rock bands. And if you look at footage of Kiss, you know, let's say 10 years ago, in regards to lip syncing, people like Gene Simmons saying, you know, don't pay any of these pop bands money because they're, you know, using backing tracks. It's like, righto, you're doing the same thing. Yeah. So, but if people, and same with AC/DC, they're croaking along, and it's a nostalgia thing. What are we going to do with our lives when there is no AC/DC, Scorpions, Megadeth, Metallica? They don't do much for me at the moment. But all these bands that we've grown up with and loved and worshipped and stood up against bullies in primary school and high school and stuff like that. Family members never understood us because, you know, look at these disgusting people. Is that a Twisted Sister poster on your wall? That type of stuff, you know? Yeah. What's going to happen when they're all gone? Who are we going to be left with? Foo Fighters. Delete that because I don't want to get sued by it. Who else? Who else can I bag up?
We got nothing, man. You're right. There's nothing. Because it's a weird thing. Because I like that there's lots of weird niche shit going on, and you can find the weird specific stuff. But it's a shame. I feel like there's the era of decent massive bands is gonna disappear. I think, you know.
Well, it was a huge money-making machine. Still is. Alice Cooper and I think Judas Priest are touring at the moment, and apparently that's a flop.
Yeah, right. Okay. Shit.
And the last time you went to the supermarket to buy something, you know, I don't drink cow's milk or normal milk, but you know, supermarket down here yesterday, it was like $8 for 2 liters of milk. What? I think, let's buy that instead of buying tickets to go and watch, you know, Metallica, for example.
Sure.
I think maybe we need food in our stomach rather than keep paying these multi-millionaires even more money. And I know it's a big production. People get to get paid, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. You know, I don't disparage that at all. It's just that in this day and age at the moment, I think we need these old rock bands more than ever to help us out somehow, but not to gouge us.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm not sure what I'm trying to say here, but
you think it's more manageable like they could do it for less. Yeah, like they probably could. Like
Yeah, but
yeah.
that doesn't mean it has to be a charity show.
No, no, of course not. But it could be. It doesn't have to be $300 either. Like that's.
Well, there's so many scapegoats now. It's a COVID thing. It's the price of oil. It's this. It's that. There's too many people on it. You can come up with a million different reasons. And I know it's promoters. They're doing their best to bring bands over, especially these smaller promoters as well.
Yeah.
And I think they're probably more better to support, like your mate Bookings, Hardline Media, Soundworks, Stormrider.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Who else? Phoenix. I'm trying to think of, these lower tier ones who are still getting by somehow, but they're bringing cool bands.
Yeah.
I remember, in the 90s where I don't know who the promoter was, but someone bought Cathedral over. It's like, holy shit, Cathedral in my city at Scarborough Beach. Has Lee Dorrian ever seen the beach before? And I went to that show, and I don't know what year it was. Let's say 93, right? And went to that show, and afterwards, because I had a few drinks, and then I didn't get mouthy after a drink, by the way, but I was in the kebab shop next door with a mate of mine, and Lee Dorrian was in there because they just played, and they played as a 4-piece because the other guitarist quit or sacked or whatever before the tour. And this stage, I was right into Cathedral, and I knew most of their songs on guitar. And I was talking to Lee Dorrian. He was trying to unwrap this disgusting, kebab. And I said, oh, yeah, man, cool show. And, he's around my age. And just before I was about to say, look, I know all your songs and I got money. Take me on tour. I'll be the other guitarist. It could have changed my whole life. Some drunken dude came in there and someone you and I both know just interrupted. Oh, you go, man. Spotted all over him.
Yeah.
Snuck off out. Damn it. Screwed up my whole fucking future.
Yeah, shit, man. Yeah.
But yeah, that was a spin out to even when, bands like Deicide or these bands you would never think that Morbid Angel, first time they played, you would never have thought you'd see these bands because you only saw them on VHS tapes, tapes or magazines or shit that you pirated off mates and things like that,
Yeah.
Now, the big bands, they're generating a lot of money. How much is a t-shirt now at a big concert?
Oh, like a good $50-$60 at least. Yeah.
And they're printed in Australia.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to carry boxes of merch all around the world.
No.
So there's money still being, and people still got money.
Yeah.
These meet and greets and things like that. And I used to work for Soundworks touring for a few years on and off and being privy to a lot of these types of things. And I think back then, none of their bands ever charged for any of that stuff.
Yeah.
What are you going to do when you meet Ace Frehley? He's half deaf. And what are you going to say to him? Is he going to give a shit about anything that you say? Probably not. He's just going to go.
Yeah.
Pretend to hear. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I remember like the first time Mayhem played over here, they did a signing at 78 Records. You didn't even have to pay. I got all my shit signed. Like it was
That's
great.
cool.
Anyway, it was just like
the Mayhem flag in the background there.
Yeah. It just never that sort of shit doesn't happen anymore, I guess, because you can attach money to it.
It's also because when we were all younger people, we didn't really care about that stuff. I remember that show. It was at the Raffles.
Yeah.
That point I was playing in Pathogen. Pathogen got the support for that. And I must have been the only dude on stage who had short hair. I think I had long hair, maybe.
Yeah.
No, I think it was long at that stage, yeah. And afterwards, they were hanging out in the rooms but they weren't really interested in talking to the other men that are hanging around, boys, guys.
Sure.
If there was girls hanging around, that's who they wanted to talk to. Fair enough. If you're in Australia on tour, would you want to talk to a bunch of, ugly Aussie blokes?
Yeah, I don't know.
Talk to their girlfriends.
Yeah, yes.
But even those bands, they're, what are they, 40 years?
Yeah.
Anniversary or something?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I can remember when, when Kiss Alive was 10 years old. Like mid 80s thinking, holy shit, this album's 10 years old. This is ancient. Now it's what, 50?
No, that's wild. It is.
Unfair.
Yeah.
But I think with like there's some bands I won't go and watch Metallica or AC/DC, and you just got to live with what you've seen before in your memories, and I think if you want to go there and have fun, that's great. But it's just a sad, like the Who.
Yeah. Are there any, so talking live bands, like are there any like bands that aren't, well past done that you are excited to see, like sort of newer-ish, last 20 years kind of stuff that you're up for,
Man, you are asking difficult questions. I don't know a lot of bands for the last 20 years.
Sure, that's all right, man. That's,
But
yeah.
I can only speak to, say, the bands in my age bracket, which is things like Death Angel and
Yeah, sure.
Sight,
Yeah.
Obituary and all those guys, because we're all the same age, Cannibal Corpse. And to me, they're still young bands.
Yeah.
But there's going to come a time when Corpse Grinder, he's not going to be able to go on stage and windmill.
No.
What's that going to be like when he's 75 years old? What's that song? What is it? No, I won't say it on air, but he's not going to be able to announce some of the stuff because
sure.
His teeth are going to fall out. Or some shit.
Yeah.
The windmill would just be like this.
Yeah. Slow mo windmill. Yeah. Shampoo. Yeah.
That's our generation. No
Yeah.
different than our grandparents or parents who grew up with Chuck Berry and Elvis,
sure.
Beatles.
Yeah.
They're going to be devastated when Paul McCartney croaks it, or
God
forbid Roger Waters. But there's a few bands. There's a couple of young bands in Perth I like, which is Vile Mutilation.
Yeah. I like, they're great. They got something going. I love that. Yeah.
Young madman energy. It's really good.
Man. Yeah.
Proclivity.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another one, Motus. Have you heard of Motus?
I don't know that one. No, I have to check it out.
Young dudes.
Yeah.
But these are all younger guys who, they got social media now. They're playing. There's one guy, I can't remember his name, but he must be like 17. But everything's Van Halen.
Oh yeah, sure.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Even a couple of my students, they're starting to come in and, can you help me work on this part from Van Halen and stuff? It keeps you on your toes a bit. And it's so good to hear a teenager talk about that.
Yeah.
Instead of, can you teach me how to play that Green Day song? Or because there's a list of things. I've got some rules in my head here that I'm not going to teach students certain songs because you're not going to learn.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
I detest Green Day. I'll look into the camera.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there, yeah.
Roger Waters.
Yeah.
But there's always going to be rock bands because every generation that comes through is going to. There's more to learn further back you go, right?
Yeah.
I'm not one of these old men who says, "Oh, modern music sucks." Here's a 3-hour video that I put together. Why it sucks,
Yeah.
It's unfair.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of shit music, and there's a lot of good music, right?
Yeah.
That you're never going to hear because there's too much shit music around.
Yeah.
And now with the advent of AI bands and that next level of just musical debauchery.
Yeah.
Who knows what's going to come down the sewer pipe? But it's really good to have young people talk about old bands. Especially again, one of my students, he's from a Christian background. He goes, "Oh, do you know Slayer, Rain and Blood?" I said, "Yeah, what are you whispering for?"
Yeah. That's
parents. Parents, don't want him to listen to that. It's like, hey, I didn't teach your son about it at all. I'll show him some riffs.
Yeah, that was me. That was me, man, sneaking around and listening to metal, turned down and shit. Yeah.
When it's forbidden, it's more fun.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Fucking yeah, for sure.
It is, and also with we're also at the age now where you go to one of these concerts, like a $700 front row, not even the front row of the back area,
So yeah,
Metallica concert, and there'd be 3 generations there probably.
yeah, yeah,
You know, whereas years ago it was all we're all in the same demographic here. Our
yeah,
parents didn't even care about it. Now all
yeah.
of a sudden, oh dad, I'll pick you up. We'll go and watch AC/DC, or
Mm.
you know, dad, or hey grandson, do you want to come and watch Morbid Angel? You know,
Yeah, yeah.
stuff like that. And your grandson's already 30.
Mm. No, that's right.
So this shit's gonna creep up on it. It already has.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I just Tuesday night, Pig Destroyer played at Amplifier Bar with a couple with Bowl Cannon and
Did you
yeah.
go?
Yeah, I did, man. Yeah, I had to leave early because of work night, but I went and checked it out. But anyway, I accidentally got scanned in. There was a bunch of dudes in black shirts lining up for Magna House. I'm like, oh, I'll just fucking this must be it. Maybe they moved the venue. This is some other band I've never heard of, which looked like a metal logo. Like,
No shit.
so I
Same
walked
night.
in, yeah, same night, and they were both pretty packed. Like, there's people out there that like the shit, man. It's good.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. It's Tuesday night in
Incredible.
Perth, like what the fuck? That's good. That's good, Yeah.
That's not. Who was it?
I don't even know. I don't know. It's some young person's thing. I don't know. But yeah.
I'm a young person. Thing. You're a
Yeah,
young
yeah.
person.
Nah, man, come on.
Well, we played with Art of Dysfunction at Amplifier mid-August, and
Yeah, yeah.
it was all these same thing. You know, people rocking up black T-shirts and with some band logos I've never heard of before, and some other ones well known. I thought, wow, gee, they must be here for us because the other 2 bands on the show are just rock bands. So
Yeah, yeah.
I've never. And what are they? Then all of a sudden they're lining up to get into the Magnet House to the Amplifier.
Yeah.
But I think it was North Lane that was playing.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Stuff like that. Actually, bands like that and Parkway Drive. Parkway Drive's huge.
Yeah, they're massive. Yeah.
I couldn't name you any of their songs or anything like that. But for a band to do that, it's massive.
Yeah, it is. And they're doing it in a different, they're doing it in a way that we don't get, you know what I mean? Like, however, like the radio didn't play them or however the fuck, like people just got them some other way. I don't know.
Well, I think news now travels way too fast.
Mm.
Even, being a teenager and having to wait 2 or 3 months for the next Kerrang magazine to come out, or Metal Hammer, or Guitar magazine.
Yeah.
And by the time you got it, the news is old.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, wow, this band's got a new guitarist. Next issue, where is he?
Yeah, yeah.
On. It's hard to keep up with. Or if you had someone who, I remember a couple of my Italian metalhead mates went over to watch Metallica. I think 1988, Sydney.
Okay.
And it was major news. We're all super jealous because they're going to go watch Metallica, and Justice for All tour.
Yep.
And they came back and said it was the most incredible experience that they've had in a long time. And it'd be good to have that back again.
Yeah.
It sounds like old man talk, but the internet's really good and well, and it's great because we can discover so many more things music wise and films,
Yeah.
than we ever have before, and set our fingertips. Yet sometimes there's too much.
Yeah.
Too much. There's people out there torrenting just for the hell of it because I got an addiction. I got to download shit. I'm never gonna listen to it or watch it, but I got to get it.
Yeah.
10 terabyte of data I got to chew up. Whereas all those years ago, again, I can only speak as the 17-year-old in my head.
Yeah.
Going to places like Twilight Records. You're familiar with Twilight Records?
No, I don't know. Where was that?
Only heavy metal emporium in the city, and it was I used to wag school a lot. It's all right, my parents ain't gonna watch this. It's been like 40 years anyway. Wag school, and you go and hang out there, and it was in a place called the Centerway Arcade, where I wouldn't even know where it is now. Hay Street, there's a church on the corner.
Yeah,
the main drag there. It was up from there a little bit.
Okay.
There's a sushi bar there and crap like that now, right?
Sure.
Anyway, back in the daggy 80s, mid 80s, wag school and wearing a Catholic school uniform, straight away it's like a standout. It's like the equivalent of wearing high vis.
Yeah.
Anyway, you go to the bottom of the escalator. I remember getting on there, and you go up and you go past a florist on the left. and there's some other little shop there, craft shop, and then you can hear this rumbling. It's like it's the opposite. You know, it's like a stairway escalator to heaven, right?
Yeah.
But when you get up,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like hell.
Mm.
You go in there, and I could hear Motorhead or Venom, and it's scary, especially when he's a teenager. You know, go. And the first time I went there, it blew my head off. And on the wall, there's on the glass door there's a big poster of Ace Frehley standing like this, and smoke coming out, and thought, holy shit, this is incredible.
Yeah.
Twisted Sister posters, Wasp, Judas Priest, all these other bands I'd never heard of. Went in there, and the Stuart, who was the owner, he'd sit there and he'd be reading a metal magazine, you know, and I could just see his eyes, right? And then got long hair, right? Long white hair. And he looked a bit like Mantis from Venom. He used to be sitting there like this.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're going to wag school, make sure you buy something here every now and then.
Yeah.
So you'd buy the most cheapest thing out of your pocket money. But you'd easily stay in there for a couple of hours. And there'd be guys from other schools. The odd girl would come in there, right?
Yeah.
And it's just really good atmosphere. And I remember buying Wasp, the first album there on New Year's Eve. I don't know, 1985. Been out for a year. You know, it's like, wow, I can't believe. Got on the bus home and just starting to pull the record out, smelling it, looking, make sure I haven't left out any detail. All the fine print down the bottom there, you know, all rights reserved, all that shit. Good moments like that. Now I could just search it up and there it is.
Yeah.
And then I don't have that treasure hunt feeling anymore.
Yeah.
And that's the good and bad of the modern society.
Yeah. No, it's weird. I remember. Yeah. Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, if you look in your room there in the background, and you can't see half the other shit I got in here, but basically you and I and many others like us are now curators of our own museums.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And I got some Star Wars stuff in here. Let me just show you something.
Yeah. Let's have a look. Yeah.
Like this, for example. Someone gave me this.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Here we go.
Right.
Yeah.
Signed by Gene Simmons.
Oh, dude.
Apparently, he wasn't going to sign it because it's not official Kiss stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no, it's a bootleg. Here we go. Oh, wait. It does have the registered trademark on it. Weird. Anyway, mate, I must have lied. Pretty much, this is pretty much the same hair that he has now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at it.
Yeah.
How uncanny is that? Probably smells the same too, mate.
Same quality, yeah.
Yeah, just little things like this, for example, History.
Yeah.
Which is huge. And this was from 1994, I think. This cost back then maybe $120 Australian.
Yeah.
Hard to believe. Okay. It's got the receipt in there still. And these are like the ancient writings of a time when things were magical.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Favorite books here. If you're familiar with the Slayer mag from Europe.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I've got that book. That's a fucking great book.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And reading about, John Christiansen, about his upbringing and how he got in with the bands. And, you can't be more underground than this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah.
And I got a few of the original ones out there. When I saw this online, bang, I bought one straight away.
Yeah.
This just says everything about.
Yeah, man. It's great
to know about heavy metal music.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, I got this. I'm not big on toys. I know a lot of YouTube guys have got all these Funko Pops or bobbleheads or
sure. Yeah.
Stuff like that. And I do have this there.
Oh yeah, very nice. Yeah. Hey.
Evil rubber duck.
Beautiful, man.
How cool is that?
That is cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I worship that.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, heavy metal collectibles is also big business.
Yeah, I suppose.
All of a sudden, there's a rare Black Sabbath or Ozzy Osbourne bootleg this someone's got, and now it's $1,500. Like what?
Yeah, it's crazy.
How does when someone dies? Why does the price of something go up?
I don't know, man. Yeah. That's right.
But, I still got tapes. And again, my students, they spin out. Little tape box here. I remember teenager. This is all full of Black Sabbath tapes. And I give them a lesson on how, oops.
There we go. Yeah.
How to open this thing. And then I say, right, can you put it all back in there? And I watch them 10 minutes, they fumble around, scratch the head like a little chimpanzee.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what we've become now. And this is not hoarding, you know, what you're doing in the background is not hoarding, it's just our life.
Yeah, you pick what you like, man. You know, it's all right. Yeah.
And when you're an older metalhead, well, when you are a metalhead, you're in it for life, I hope. And I guess it's like being, you know, like a veteran biker.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Bike gang. We've been your clubhouse in the background there. Same here. You know. And, if you don't have something that you have passion, you got to have something to be passionate about.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Mine has always been heavy metal music, and I like to say the words heavy metal, and because it makes me feel tough.
Yeah.
But every now and then, someone gets sick, and this guy had heavy metal poisoning. I think, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Or you got cut on the edge of a rusty baked bean tin. It's like,
yeah.
better.
Oh yeah. Perfect. Yeah, another show coming up before I let you go to bed because we're both old and it's late.
Not even 8:30 yet.
Yeah, I know, but you know.
I went to bed beyond midnight.
Hey, well,
that's living after midnight. It's like living after 9:30.
Yeah. You got a show this weekend, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's at Lyrics Underground in Maylands. Have you been there?
Yeah. I think I have. Yeah, it's on that big strip road. Like, yeah, that's a good spot.
And the owners spend a ton of money on the place. It's really good. And you know, when you go in there, on the wall, it's got all these photos and information about how they did it. It's just this underground area. It's really cool.
Nice. That's cool.
That's with Tears of Venom. Who's Jason from he does a rock and metal show.
Yeah.
He's a vocalist in that band, and also the one and only, the wildly unique Raucous. Raucous, do you know much about them?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen them before. Yeah, they're fun and it's a good sound. Yeah.
When I was way younger, say in mid 90s or a little bit earlier than that, I used to go to Club Original.
Oh yeah.
That used to be the place to go to. You know, Cannibal Corpse played there. Other bands, obviously. And I remember Raucous one night there was just full on. They got a song called Bourbon Breath. So what happens is Barney, the vocalist, part of his shtick is to have a like a carton of Jim Beam and cola cans. You know, and while there's a guitar solo going off, he's just tearing out cans, throwing them into the audience, and you know. I'm thinking, can you afford to do that now? Back then, they're probably like $1.50, $2 each. Now it's probably 8 times that price.
Yeah.
But yeah, we played a show with them last weekend at 11 up in Malaga, which is kind of cool venue, industrial era.
Yeah.
And the good thing about Raucous is they're old school and proud of it, right? And just stubby holder.
Yeah.
Right. And it says on here, boldly claims Scarborough Straight. Okay. Scarborough something straight. Raucous Bourbon Breath. 100% rock and roll overproof. Original loud. Because these guys, all the way back then, and you probably know this, they broke the Guinness Book of Records for the loudest band in the world, which is the coolest thing if you're from Perth.
Yeah.
It's one of their, that's a pretty good thing to have in your resume. Yeah, they've been gone for a few years here and there, and they've come back and things, but you know, I would rest easy in my grave knowing that I had something like that, a plaque, even if it was a laminated A4.
Yeah.
Photocopy of it to say that your band reached, you know, maximum decibel heights. And then I remember the next year I was reading again Kerrang magazine because I'm a huge Manowar fan, right?
Yeah, sure.
And this particular interview, because they were going through the Guinness Book of Records as well.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Manowar got a lot more money than Raucous or any of us. So I think they did it out in the big desert or somewhere, set it up. I remember seeing videos and photos of it. Loud, and they just about cracked the whole world in half, right? That's how loud it was. And then in this particular interview, the interviewer said, "Oh, what do you think about your Guinness Book of Records attempt? And what do you think about the previous year?" Or some question like that. I can't even remember it enough to paraphrase it. And I think Joe DeMeo said, "Oh, it was just some loser band from Australia, got it last year." I thought, you wankers, I mean, I love Manowar to death, but it's like, if you're an old school hard rock, good time metal band from Perth, and you've done that, you should get the accolades from anybody.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Not who. I mean, it'd be a major thing to do.
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, Deep Purple did it all those years ago, and apparently, there was fish and other animals died from the noise. I don't think that happened with Orcus. But that's this. I'm trying to think of a question. Oh yeah, that's this Saturday at Lyric Underground.
There we go. Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it because I haven't played in that room, but I'm hearing heaps of good stuff about it.
Oh, good.
And
man.
these venues crop up, and when it's in a place like that where the upper level is where all the decent people go to have their cocktails and their fine foods and to hobnob and the clink of glasses and all that type of stuff. Yet down in this basement, right, there's going to be mayhem, right?
Yeah.
Not the mayhem, but some type of mayhem.
Yeah.
Raucous bring mayhem.
Perfect.
And it's one of their what's the word? One of their greatest attributes.
Yeah, nice.
So just go in there, plug in, go for it. They have a ball.
Yeah. That's great. It's good.
And
good.
as you get older, like I said earlier, about 5 hours ago into this interview, that as you get older, you need to be doing more of this because you don't know how much longer you're going to be able to do it for.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's easy to take it for granted in your 30s, and some of the bands I've been in, it's like, oh, I'm always going to be Voyager, for example. I'm always going to be in Voyager, or I'm always going to be in the Fuhrer. I'm always going to be doing something, but you're not always going to be doing that. So if those guys can do it, go for it.
Yeah, man.
Then, and obviously us. And also on the 4th of October, that's at Frio Social.
Yeah, man. I'll be there. Yeah, man.
But that's run by Jessica, and good on her for doing it. Electric Eye Festival.
Yeah, it's a great day, man. It always has been. That's a good job.
Headlined by Werewolves. I think
and Disentomb are playing as well. It's gonna be a good day, man. Yeah.
6 Foot Super Soldier.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. You guys, obviously, and King Zog as well. Yeah.
Back to back.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that, and because we've been a 3-piece for a while, actually, Mike, our other guitarist, did come back in a couple of years ago. We did a few shows, and but now we're back to a 3-piece. I'm finding I've spent more time on playing things that I've played for years, but trying to tidy them up. And because we've never been a band, well, I can't speak for the other 2 guys in the band, but for myself, I can't really stand still on stage and look down at my pedals and, play fluently and smile to the audience, things like that. And you got to move around. You get wrapped up in it. Not as crazy or manic as Iggy Pop, obviously. Where if he walked into a music store and there was a guy playing through a little Fender Champ amp, as soon as he heard that little bit of distortion, Iggy Pop turns on. It becomes this monster.
It's off.
Yeah. I think his skin is his clothing.
Yeah.
He looks like an unmade bed most of the time.
Yeah.
I love Iggy Pop. His Beat 'em Up album is fantastic.
Yeah.
The Frio Social is really killer concert venue.
It is, yeah.
We played there. We did the Black Sabbath thing a few years ago. Great, and it makes you feel professional because it's this big, huge, and they got a crowd barrier. Anywhere you play, there's a crowd barrier. You feel like it's big time.
You have to be protected from the mob.
Yeah. Only thing is, you can't spend cash in there. That's I went to buy a drink in there. I don't drink anymore, but tonic water or something.
Sure. Yeah.
I gave the dude $50. And he goes, "Oh, we don't accept cash." I'm not trying to bag the venue, but
No, no.
we don't accept cash. I said, "What for a $4 drink? How about if I give you a $46 tip? Would that be okay?"
Yeah.
It's a bit different than the old castle days,
Yeah, it is. It is. Times have changed, man. Yeah. No.
buy beer for loose change.
Yeah.
And after that, we've got geez, I hope I haven't forgotten something. There is something else. December the 6th.
Yeah, the Enforced and Sabbath show. Hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then looks like just trying to start booking things for next year. Trying to do at least one show per month.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Cool.
And I know Psychonaut in around 2003, something like that, we did maybe 27 shows in 1 year, which is quite a lot for original band. That's like one every 2 weeks, just about.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I think probably 80% of those were at the castle in Northbridge. All those places. But yeah, you just got to keep doing it. And when you see younger people in the crowd, it gives you hope that this beast called heavy metal is going to be around forever.
Yeah.
Cheesy songs like "Heavy Metal's Never Gonna Die" or some Twisted Sister song that's anthemic, "I Want to Rock," and it's all true.
Yeah.
As poxy as it may seem, it's you got to have that. And Manowar always instilled in me that the power of being passionate about something that you're into. Yeah, I don't have a massive big career or 15 albums to speak of, or haven't done world tours with my band and stuff like that, but I've had other experiences with other bands and things like that, and it's probably been a good thing, because sometimes if you're plucked out of nowhere into the limelight, there's so many dangers and temptations, and and who knows what could have happened to any of us if we become rich and famous.
Yeah, sure. And there's heaps of joy to be had from just writing and recording and playing anyway. Like that's the best bit. Like I love it. It's good.
In this day and age where the creator, the artist, or the musician, or whatever you're going to call yourself, you don't have to answer to anybody.
No, that's right.
It's just unfortunate that you have to be all the departments that, say, a label would have paid for years ago.
Yeah.
Marketing, photography, hairdresser, wardrobe, all that gunk. You got to do all that stuff yourself.
Yeah.
And content creation, and I'm only just starting to do a little bit more of that. And I know Simon, our bass player, I just palm it off to him now, because he does cool WWE style promo videos.
Yeah.
First takes, done.
Yeah.
Right. And these days you can put anything up there, and if you can reach a handful of people, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And we don't have to sell 2 billion albums or anything like that. It's just when you, like the show we played at Malaga recently, there's a fellow who was at the actual Back to the Beginning Black Sabbath Ozzy Osbourne show. He was there, right? He was wearing one of our t-shirts. So it's like we were there by being on his body.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Anyway, he was at the last 2 shows we did over the weekend, and he's got his sons there. And his son's 20, 18, 25 years old, all buying t-shirts and CDs of us. Like, it's a good feeling when someone gives a shit enough about what you do that say, "Hey, I want to support you. Give us a t-shirt. Can I buy your music?" Stuff like that. And no different than an artist who toils away and makes something out of sand, or glues a banana to a brick wall and charges money for shit like that. We're in the wrong business, you and me.
Yeah, I think so. Cool. All right. Well, look, thank you very much, man. It's always good, always very good to chat, and I'll see you very soon. I'll see you at fucking Electric Eye, if not before, man. Yeah.
Lyrics Underground this Saturday. You promised.
There you go. All right. Have a good one, man.
Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it.